Don, isn't this what life is all about? Sitting in a sunset on a boat?
Yes. Do you know how lucky we are to live here?
We sure are.
We sure are. And I bet those people we just showed this house to feel like we're lucky too.
I think so. Don, let me ask you. What's You've been in Mount Dora for a long time.
hmm
You are the broker of the Mount Dora group. So, what's your favorite thing about Mount Dora?
I can tell you why I came to Mount Dora. I was born and raised in Miami Beach, so a very metropolitan area, and it was the small town charm. That center of town. That first year I lived here, I thought to myself, my gosh, I feel like I'm living in a Norman Rockwell painting with the architecture, the old houses, all that. I never was a water baby, but once I got here, oddly enough, even being from Miami Beach, but once I got here and got out on the boat and went through the Dora Canal, and now I can't wait. Every time the weather warms up, I'm out there on the water.
Oh yeah, I love it too. It's just, and the Harris chain. Here we are on Lake Dora, but Lake Dora is part of the Harris chain of lakes, which has like about 75,000 acres of
Right,
surface.
there's 1,300 lakes in Lake County. Mount Dora is one of the highest sea levels in Florida
Mhm.
too. So we've got that hilly terrain, which makes it great for people who walk and bike. We've got the bike festival every year. We've got so many walkers in the little marathon that they do once a year, and the weather. I mean, just everything about it is great. There's a seaplane coming in over
There is a
there.
seaplane coming in because Mount Dora, where we are, I hope people can see it on the
Let's see,
background.
it's gonna come in right. I don't know if you can
Coming
see it or
right
not,
here.
but
There it is.
when was the last time you sat in your backyard and saw a seaplane landing?
I know.
Let's take the plane to dinner, dear.
You know what? They actually have like a new thing. At least for me, I saw it for the first time.
Mhm.
You can actually charter them and go bar hopping for an entire day. And
Oh,
not only here, but they go down to Butler Chain, to the Claremont Chain, to Lake Weir.
that is
You
the
can.
real definition of a designated driver, a designated flyer.
That's true. That's true. No, the boating is wonderful here. The Harris Chain is very, very well known for its bass fishing. There's like really high dollar tournaments going on here, and we are about 30 minutes outside of Orlando, so it's not
Yeah,
really
it
far.
from Mount Dora to the front gate of Disney is 42 minutes.
42 minutes.
42 minutes. Yep.
That's
I mean,
decent.
anything you need, any specialty medical care or anything like that. I mean, it's state of the art, top of the line medical care right at your back door. And then there's the Dr. Phillips.
Dr. Phillips is
Oh my
beautiful.
gosh. I've seen so many wonderful things there. And then if you are a Disney fan or an Epcot fan, they've got all the concerts and things in
Mhm.
Epcot when they did the food and wine and the garden festival. I mean, there's just so much. And then there's downtown Winter Park, which is fabulous, and Winter
Downtown Park.
Garden.
Winter Garden is getting
Oh,
bigger
have you
and
been to
bigger.
that French cafe in Winter Garden?
Rosalie, yes, I have.
Oh, please.
I'm no carbs January, so I couldn't really
Yeah.
eat a lot. But yeah, no, this is
No, it's just amazing. The chef's table, I think, is there, and I mean, there's just there's always you can wake up on Saturday morning and go, what am I going to do?
what am I gonna do?
You could go to the flea market. They have great produce on the
Mhm.
side, or you go on the antique side. There's antiques. On Sunday mornings, right here in Mount Dora, literally steps from this property, from where we're sitting right now, steps is the Mount Dora market where they have homemade pastas and fresh vegetables, and it's just I don't know where it's heaven. And until I sit and chat with someone about it, we kind of forget.
We forget because
We
we live
forget.
right here.
This is
Yeah,
normal for
it's
us,
for us. It's normal.
you know.
But you know what? That's one of the things that I also have learned, like talking with buyers or people who are moving in the area. Many have visited Orlando or Disney. They've been there for a convention or like on a quick trip, and they never really got
hmm
out of Orlando.
Right.
And everybody that comes here and in our area is just stunned by the beauty
Absolutely.
and less traffic. So maybe we should keep it a secret so we are not ending up with a lot of traffic.
I don't know. I think of the secrets out for sure. But the beauty of it is the downtown historic district is, I think, always going to, though it might get a little more crowded. I don't think fundamentally it'll change very much. Whew. And I don't think it'll change very much. It's just got all the great old houses and the cottages and the the history of the town is very interesting if you ever delve into that. And so the changes that are happening, though, I think are positives because we were getting more restaurants. When I moved here, there was nothing. Where Publix is, there was an orange grove. Lowe's, that was an orange grove. I mean, there was nothing.
There's nothing.
Nothing. And after about a year being here, after coming from Miami, I was like, okay, wait a minute. There's nowhere to eat. There's nowhere to shop. There's not.
And
But
now
n-
there's
but
nowhere
now,
to park.
no, but it certainly has changed. And again, it's changing for the better. And more people demand more services and better services. So everything just evolves, and it's a big positive. It's a big win.
So, and even if you think about shopping, you know, what I love so much about Mount Dora is those are tiny, like boutiques and art shops and like not chains. We don't
Right,
have
it's
many
unique.
chains. It's unique here in downtown.
Yeah.
But if you need something like, you know, your Target, it's just up 441. So it's not
Exactly.
far, but here it's very
And
quaint
it's
and
a very
picturesque.
yes, exactly, and it will stay that way. That's the one thing that has always been said and seems to hold true. They're not going to let any change downtown, you know. But it is kind of cool that it's all coming out there on the highway now, so that you don't have to. If you do want to go to Target or TJ Maxx or you know any of these other stores, they're right there. It wasn't always that way. There was just a little Ace Hardware in downtown Mount Dora when I moved here. There was no Lowe's or Home Depot or any of that. I mean, you needed a nail, that's where you went. You know? So things have changed, but again, the convenience and having more people have brought more convenience for us as citizens who live here. So as long as it stays in control.
That's right. And if you really want to go fancy, the Mall of Millennia is about 30 minutes away.
Exactly.
So it's actually closer than Disney if you want to stop there on the way.
And with the 429 now completed, how it comes around, and I mean, there's beautiful. There's our Mount Dora Publix, but I love going to the new Publix over on Kelly Park Road. That is a gorgeous place. And I just hop right on, go down 46, hop on 429, and you're there. You know,
not far.
Everything you want. We've got Aldi. We've got all those things. So we're lucky.
That's important for me because I'm from Europe. You know, they carry so many German-based products, so that's always good.
When I go there, I feel like, oh, I'm shopping in a European style store. You know, I'll tell you, the produce there is amazing.
Have you ever noticed that their parking lots are really, really tiny together? Like for American, I think they just didn't think that our cars are so much bigger and wider.
Exactly.
It's like every time I park at Aldi's, it's like, okay, how do I get
I know, how do I get out? I always park further, but I mean, it's so great. I mean, this is the way things are done there. I've kind of turned into a little bit of an Aldi nut in the last few weeks. I've been going in, so. It's so neat.
Their specialty stuff for me. It's always like around Christmas, like all the good stuff that I've known since I'm a kid.
Have you found a phenomenon that since you moved here, though, do you have more visitors than you've ever had?
Not as many as I was hoping for. Actually,
really?
No.
I can tell you when a lot of my customers even say everybody wants to come to Mount Dora. So now that we live here, it's like
that's why they need more space, like this, like this beautiful lakefront home.
There's always plenty of Airbnbs for sure.
That's right. And if somebody wants to go to the beach, you know, this is already beautiful.
What is it, an hour and a half to the beach?
An hour, yeah, even less from here. I think to Daytona, New Smyrna.
Yeah, and you know what else is nearby that we're lucky is St. Augustine.
St. Augustine.
Have you done that little trip?
No.
Oh,
I know it's a shame. I lived here for 10 years and I haven't done it.
Oh my gosh, it's so wonderful. There's some great restaurants there. It's such an experience, and you can do it in a day. And they have wonderful concerts at the amphitheater there, so you can get up, go to a show, and be back home. And it's an hour and a half.
An hour and a half.
And you're there, and it's just so cool, and you can experience all that. So. There's just you want to go to Tampa again. We're big music. We love music.
Have you been to the Salvador Dali Museum?
No, I haven't.
That I think it's great. I really think it's great.
The Museum of Science that's over there is really great for the kids. I mean, there is so much stuff that you can day trip from here. And if you're living here and you don't want to go pay for a hotel and go do all that stuff, just get up in the morning. And I mean, any direction, you can find something cool.
That is true. That is true. So, Dawn, thank you so much for letting me come visit this beautiful listing.
Of course. Thank you for coming.
Whoever is going to get it is a very lucky person
yes,
or
family. They are, and I hope they're my friends so I can park my boat here.
That's right. Thank you so much for watching, guys. We see you next time.
And come to Mount Dora.
Come to Mount Dora. Check it out.